It's 80s nostalgia time again, but not in a good way. Presenting Bachelor's Family Soup Oxtail, rich with a savoury beef taste, like a millionaire cow. 5-minute simmer, make 1 pint. 1 pint of death, probably, because as you can tell by the way this was 28 pence in Tesco. This hails, well, our best guess is it comes from around 1985, possibly considerably before. There's no best before date on it, but other similar packets sent in by the same person do give it best before dates of around 1986, 1987. So yeah, it's getting on a bit. Rich with a savoury beef taste and full of poison. Well, yeah, this is just one of those dusts that you pour into your saucepan, stick some water with it, heat it up, and it makes something that's vaguely like a soup. It's got all your favourite ingredients. Look, maltodextrin, sodium glutamate, potassium phosphate, E471 and E472. What more could you want in life? Store in a cool, dry place, like an ironic jazz club. What does it smell of? Oh, God. It smells very strongly of beef gravy, which means it's probably got a hole in the packet somewhere. It doesn't seem to be leaking noticeably, but yeah, that probably means rot has got in. Oh well, who wants oxtail soup for tea? If you're not familiar with oxtail soup, by the way, I can't think of the ingredients off the top of my head. It has bits of beef in it, obviously. What can we working out from here? Water, tomato, wheat flour, beef and oxtail, corn flour, malted, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's basically a beef soup, the sort of thing you have when you're ill. That or chicken soup. Or death, if you're really, really ill. Right, saucepan. Let's see what it's like inside. I should have worn gloves for this. Right. Oh, God. Yeah, it's got a little bit damp over the years, I think. The weird thing is it doesn't kind of smell of anything now. It did in the packet. Soup's on. Well, I shall go and attempt to boil this up and see what comes of it then. And then I can wash it down with this can of Diet Coke, which is also from about 1985. Hooray! Hot soup coming through. Appetite going away. Here we go. Tipping this very carefully so as not to get it all over the floor. Do you know, I was really surprised that it's actually managed to get rid of all the lumps. I thought it'd still be sort of a few lumps of horrible dust floating in water, but no, it has entirely disintegrated. Here's all the little bits of ancient beef that's floating around in it. The joy of oxtail. Yeah, so what does it smell like? It still smells more of gravy than it does of oxtail soup. There's always a hint of gravy in oxtail soup, but not usually this much. Well, I suppose I'm going to have to try some then, aren't I? Oh, goody. I'll take a nice big spoonful. That is a lie. I'm going to touch the tiniest amount to my tongue so it doesn't kill me, and then probably swig some alcohol afterwards to attempt to kill whatever's in it. Right. It hasn't really actually broken down into it that well, the old dust. Look, it's still very sort of dusty and horrible. Well, what did it taste like then? Oh, it's quite hot, actually. Oh, God. Ooh. Well, that's a flavour sensation I won't forget in a hurry. Sort of tastes more like it again. It's more like gravy than oxtail soup. Maybe that's how this soup was. Maybe it was always very gravy-y. And it tastes something. Oh yeah, there's an aftertaste of something slightly off, which I'm going to assume is the hideous amount of rot. Right, bear with me. Oh, just rinse my mouth out with neat gin there. That should help kill any nasties. Crikey. I was talking about that with Big Clive, who said, "Do you do that after you eat any old stuff?" And I was like, yes, it certainly isn't. It's an old seafaring thing. I think basically the sailors who drank didn't get as ill as the sailors who did when there was an outbreak of mouldy stuff. And it was put down to the fact that the alcohol could kill some of the bacteria. Anyway, good excuse for some gin, innit? Right, and finally, let's have the proper washing down with this beautiful Diet Coca-Cola. Let's move that out of the way very carefully. It's some sort of foreign tin by the looks of it. Some sort of Middle Eastern writing, I would guess by that. I don't know, I can't read it, but there's less than 1 calorie per serving. Do not consume more than 3 grams of aspartame daily per adult. Oh, I've been eating that out of a big bag with a wooden spoon, now you tell me. Consumption by phenylectonurics, PKU, forbidden. I have no idea what that means. Oh well, that was exciting. Ingredients: water, carbon dioxide, caramel, aspartame, acidifiers, flavours, preservative and caffeine. It's Diet Coke. And it was canned under the authority of the Coca-Cola Company, so you know it's good. Produced by the Central Bottling Company in Bnel Brack. Damn, if I knew where that is, we could place it. Curses, why didn't I look this stuff up beforehand? Right, so there's little numbers printed on here. 93 and 06. Are either of those dates where these could have gone off, so to speak? I don't know. We've also got 92, 11, 05 at the bottom. Are these relevant? We may never know. It's like a magical mystery quest. Oh my god. Wow, nostalgia. Who remembers these old ring pulls then? Retweet if you remember them, like if you don't. I'm the scum. Yes, avoid litter. Basically, you pull these off, and unlike the new ones that just bend down, you pull them off and they literally remove from the can, leaving a sort of razor sharp edge here. And more to the point, this thing itself is razor sharp, and people just throw it on the floor so it can pierce your trainers later. Deary me. Right. Let's see what this is like then. I feel I should manoeuvre the camera in some way, but you know what? Damn it. It's good enough. Is it still going to be fizzy, do you reckon? Bloody hell, I'll take that as a yes. Cool. I'm doing this very carefully so not to try and spill it. Come off. There we are. Always looks like a sad face, or a sort of gargling face or something. See, eye, mouth. Well, it's certainly still very fizzy. I'm going to assume this will be pretty much completely safe, because let's face it, it's mostly sort of unnatural chemicals and nothing else diet cola stuff, isn't it? Yep, it's fizzy as the day it was born from Big Mother Coca-Cola's teat. I'm sure that's how it works. I've seen Futurama. Yep, smells exactly like Diet Coke. Normal. Ooh. Actually, there's a little hint of something different, but I don't know if that's just because it's from a different market or because it's hideously rancid. Well, I might find out. Oh dear. Oh, blimey, straight into the gin for that one. Yeah, that ain't right at all, crikey. Oh, who would have thought that Diet Coke would be far more rancid than dried meat soup? No, that's science, guys. No, it isn't. Oh my god, it just literally tastes of nothing but some kind of horrifyingly rotten God knows what. It doesn't even taste of chemicals anymore. It just tastes of, yeah, rot or something horribly wrong. Oh dear. I took the tiniest sip of that and I still feel it was too much. That was absolutely horrifying. Oh god. Do you know, that may be the worst thing I've ever had. Because while I've had sort of rotten food and bits and stuff in the past, I mean that horribly outdated egg and bacon baby food me and Barry had that time, crikey, was bad. But this, there isn't a hint of anything else. There isn't like, oh god, it's like egg but it's off or something. It's just like, this is rot. This is magical distilled rot from the rot dimension. Welcome to your mouth, you know. Oh dear. Oh, well, yeah, that hasn't given me particularly much nostalgia for the 80s. In conclusion, don't try this at home.
Narity!
Smile like my granddad.
You should put those things in his mouth.
Alright, here you go.
Well, that's cleared that one up.